Welcome. You're listening to the Handyman Academy podcast with your host, Jeremy Lewis.
Hello, my name is Jeremy. Today we are talking about CRMs, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. It's technology designed to track and improve relations and interactions with clients and potential clients. The idea is simple. Improve relations, grow your business. So today we have, technically it's 3, but really it's 4 different choices for CRMs. And really, these are the ones that I see used most often by the majority of handymen and women. So you have Joist, you have Markate, and you have Jobber. Those are the 3 softwares. But surprisingly, in this day and age, I also see people using the pen and paper style CRMs. And what that would look like is maybe you go on Amazon and you look up a handyman project planner. And you get a booklet. And it's a pretty simple booklet that allows you to fill in client names, addresses, and job details. Right? So there's honestly a lot of people still doing that, even though there is software to replace it. So we're going to talk about all 4. Okay. So between these 4, here are the price points. Okay, Joist comes in with its bare bones core package out of 3 different packages, and the bare bones is free. It doesn't do very much, but it's free. Okay, but to be comparable to Markate and Jobber, you actually have to go up to the Pro Elite level, which is $29 a month. Okay, so while I have Joist as the cheapest option, really, it's the second cheapest option. Okay, following Joist is the pen and paper method. We actually have a project planner that we designed, a handyman designing handyman tools. Right, you don't want an accountant making a project planner for a handyman. It's not the same, right? It's not the same industry. They don't know what we need, right? So ours is $8.99, and it is a monthly planner. So it gives you everything you need to track your clients and your projects for the month for basically $9 a month. Okay. Next, we have Markate. Markate has a single price point. There is no membership tiers. The base Markate comes at $29.95 a month. It does have add-ons for $5 or $10 a month that adds to its abilities to really, move and shake better than some of these others, but we'll get into that later. Lastly, we have Jobber. Now, the level of Jobber that we are comparing is their base core level, and that's $49 a month. Okay, they also have 2 other levels, and it's something like $150 and $200 and some odd dollars. Okay, just starting out, you're not going to need the $150 level or the $200 level. It's really impractical unless you have other people working for you. And then you get into the higher levels of employee allotments. But we'll get into that later. So really, for the features, Joist, Markate, and Jobber have mostly the same lineup of tools and features. However, like mentioned before, Joist requires the highest paid plan to access all of their features, and it falls quite short. For the price point, it's almost the same price as Mark 8. Literally $1 less. And it doesn't have all of the features that Mark 8 has. Sure, you can get by on some of their other plans if you wanted to go a little inexpensive to start, which all the power to you. One of the things that we like to say is you want to start lean and you want to start messy. So what that means is starting with less expensive or free options until you start making money, and then you can add in things that make your life better. And then messy, you don't need everything to be perfect before you start. Okay, so that being said, we like lean, we like messy to start, and then you get more expensive and more tidy as you go on. So Joist does a lot of the things that you want to do early on, so it is actually pretty decent choice early on for its lower cost point. But I will say this, I have looked at other CRMs after the fact, 2, maybe 3 years in, and the task of going and moving everything over can be a bear. So if you go with Joist with the idea that later, like a year or 2 in, you're going to switch over to maybe Mark 8 or Jobber, or even any of the dozens of other CRMs available, take the time to really dive into the new CRM and find the different options for porting over things rather than manually adding and moving. Okay? So then we move over to Mark 8. Mark 8 has the most features for the single price point. It has email and postcard mail campaigns, and as we mentioned before, an extensive list of add-ons to choose from. They connect to QuickBooks and all of your different financial bookkeeping softwares. They have a lot of in-depth analytics, and really every time I log into Mark 8, I'm finding new ways to use it to make my business run better, run smoother, and easier. Okay. So most features, single price point, it's pretty awesome. Now we go on to Jobber, which has 3 tiers of membership, allowing for the most complete software for an expanding team. Its higher levels allows more members and some additional features for a much higher fee. We talked about this earlier. Its higher levels is like 150 and 200 something, and really, I hate to make it sound like Mark 8 is what we're pushing, but we're kind of pushing Mark 8. We don't get affiliates or anything for this, by the way. Mark 8 has add-ons for employees for $5 a month for each employee. So Jobber, its second tier is $150, so another $100. And you get 7 employees rather than 1, so 6 more employees. So if you do that math, that's $30 extra with Mark 8. And it has Mark 8 has the features that Jobber has. So just keep that in mind. Jobber has some cool stuff, but Mark 8's the most real, solid, middle ground. It'll do everything you need, and then some. Okay? Moving on from Jobber, we have the pen and paper option. So, again, this will give you the base necessities. Typically, it'll give you a compact calendar. My handwriting is too large and too messy, really, to use it to the best availability. But it's there. If you have nice, neat handwriting, you can make it work for you. It'll have several large notes spaces for you to take down notes from phone calls. It has individual job detail pages and material and tool list pages, so you can be sure you don't forget anything. Ours is available on Amazon. And like I said before, it's built for handymen by a handyman who's been in the trades for darn near a decade. Okay. Ultimately, Mark 8 is the one we have chosen as the clear winner. Price and feature-wise, it is the one that has the most to offer for the least price, and you'll have so many things that you'll not know that you need until you need it, and then you'll be like, oh man, I hope Mark 8 has this, and it does. So keep that in mind. We have used this for our own business. We've gone through, we tried out Joist, we tried out Jobber for a week each, and that was when we started, and now Mark 8's been the winner for us for years now. It consistently surpasses our expectations. Its features like email campaigns, you can set that up automatically. So as soon as a client pays you, it'll send them a thank you and a review link. You can set it up to where, 1 month down the line, you automatically send another email, thanking them again and asking how the project is holding up after the fact. And literally, you can send or set up these automated emails up to 2 or 3 years out at different intervals. So it does that customer relationship management that CRM stands for, and every so often you'll be top of mind for your clients. And let me tell you how many repeat customers we've gotten from this. I actually have the figure here. Out of the 4,000 and some odd clients we have worked with, 277 customers have replied to these emails and hired us for more work. So, not the biggest percentage, but that's tens of thousands of dollars that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And that's just one tool in this software's arsenal, if you will. So, this has been a kind of high-level look at the CRMs that people typically use. What we plan on doing, though, is we plan on going through each one of these, so Joist, Mark 8, and Jobber, and really tearing them apart and seeing how each one of their best features work and how useful it is, how easy the interfaces are. And we're going to do a couple of different podcast episodes for that further in the future. But that is it for us for now. And we hope that you've enjoyed this. We hope that you have gotten some kind of clarity out of this. Don't forget, we have our Facebook group that we're trying to build up members, get some good feedback, some good conversations going. We have our Buy Me a Coffee, where you can, donate $1 or $2 to us if you think we've done a great job. as well as the membership option on Buy Me a Coffee, where you get some really good behind the scenes content in how this stuff is made and how we go about finding these different topics and researching and everything. So thank you so much, and we will catch you in just a couple of days for our second episode for the week. Thank you, and bye for now.